And now we need to mostly work with this emoji sticker because we are going to add the animations and all the gestures inside this file only, because obviously this sticker is responsible for the sticker that is being displayed over here, right? So we are going to basically add all the animations and gesture handling inside this component. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to create animated components. Okay, so for that what we are going to do is we are going to import animated from React Native Reanimated. Okay, so why this? Okay, so this basically this component is used to make a animated version of our component. Okay, so let me show you how it's done. We will create an animated version of this text component. Okay, so for that what we are going to do is animated text +2, and now this animated that we have imported from this React Native Animated give us an access to a function which is create animated component. So as the name says, it creates animated component. So what component we want to get animated? This is our text. Okay, we want it to get animated because this text component is responsible for showing the sticker. So we will add it like this. Okay, so now our text has become animated, but now we need to use this, and instead of this text over here we are going to use animated text. So let me replace it. Perfect. Now our text component has get this animated, and it has become a animated version. Okay, now we need to basically add tap gesture. So React Native gesture handler library that we just installed, it allows us to add behavior when it detects touch input, like just a double tap. Okay, so in this file we are going to import few things now. So the first one is let me import it. Import tap gesture handler. Okay, again it is not automatically importing tap gesture from React Native gesture handler, and we are going to import 4 hooks from the React Native reanimated library. Over here we are going to do it. So the first hook is use animated style, this one, and the other one is use shared value, and another one is use animated gesture handler, and one is for animation, smooth animation, which is with Spring. And guys, trust me, do not get overwhelmed or do not get terrified seeing all these new names, this one and this one and all these new terms. If you are using React Native reanimated and React Native gesture handler for the first time, I know it can be overwhelming, it can be terrifying seeing all these new hooks coming all at once. But trust me, once we complete this feature of double tapping, you will be happy enough that you have successfully learned how to add animations to your React Native apps. Okay, and the second gesture that we are going to add, dragging over the entire screen. So you will be able to basically think yourself that hey, now we need to do this, we need to do this. Okay, so just wait and do not abandon this video, just stick with me, and I'm sure you will learn how to add animations. Okay, so the first one we are going to do ourselves, and the second one I'm sure you will be able to figure out that hey, now we need to do this. Okay, so yeah, let us get started. So the very first hook from these 4 that we are going to use is this use shared value. So let us start using this one. Okay, use shared value, and I will explain you what exactly this hook does is. So scale emoji, and now this basically takes a initial value. So the initial value is the font size that is coming from the screen, this one. Okay, because what we are doing on the animation on double tap, we are basically increasing the font size, right? If that emoji were an image, we would be increasing the height and width of the image, but here we are using text, so we are going to definitely increase the font size. So now this use shared value, it is a hook provided by React Native Reanimated, and it allows you to create a shared value like this one. So what exactly is this shared value? So shared values are among the fundamental concepts behind reanimated, and they the shared data can be accessed and modified using their dot value property. So let me tell you why we are creating this shared value. So let's say the font size is currently 43, and on the double tap what we want is we want the font size to become 80. So for that what we need is we need a value. So this is the initial value before the animation has been applied, and on the double tap we want it to get to 80. So that's why we are accessing this shared value. We are making this shared value so that we can access and modify the initial value of the fonts of this emoji. Okay, and now what we are going to do is, now when the double user double taps on it, we would want it to scale to twice the original size. So to do this we will call a function on double tap, and this function will use this hook, use animated gesture handler, to animate the transition while scaling the sticker image. So let's see how it is done. So here I'm gonna make a function const on double tap. Okay, and on double tap, and here what we are going to do is not like this. We don't want an arrow function. We want the hook, use animated gesture handler, and this basically takes an object. Okay, and now over here we are going to pass a key which is on active. I will explain you what on active is in a while. And it takes a callback function. So over here we are going to basically scale the image. So here we are going to add a condition: if scale emoji is not equals to double its original size, sorry, it is scale emoji dot value. Scale emoji, sorry, it has to be font size into 2. Then we are going to scale emoji dot value into 2. Yeah, now let me explain you what is going on here. Here we are checking if on the double tap, if we see that the value of the emoji, the font size of the emoji is not equals to the twice its font size, only then we are going to update it to the twice its original size. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Okay, so now let me explain you on active. So basically every gesture can be treated as a state machine. So at any given time, each handler instance has an assigned state that can change when new touch event occurs. Okay, so a gesture can be in one of the 6 possible state, which is undetermined, begin, active, and end. Okay, so there are a few more state, but here we are using on active. So this is basically an event, that here we are telling that when the tab is active, then check this and do this particular thing. Okay, so yeah, and now we are going to basically use our third hook, which is use animated style. So let us use it. So here I'm gonna again create this one, font style, and let me use the hook, use animated style. And over here we are going to pass a callback function. So here we are going to return the font size. So the font size would be with spring font. We want this one scale emoji. We want this scale emoji dot value to have a scroll to have a smooth transition. Okay, so let me add this bracket because this is an object. Okay, so yeah, now let us understand what we are doing over here. So this use animated style hook, this is from React Native reanimated. Okay, it is used to create a style object that will be applied to our sticker, that will be applied to our sticker text. So it will update the styles using the shared values when the animation happens. Okay, and in this case we are scaling the size of the font, right, which is done by manipulating the font size. So the initial value of these properties are set to the is this scale emoji. Okay, and we have the value from this scale emoji, so we are accessing it over here. So here we are just telling that when the size is getting increased, use this particular animation. Okay, so yeah, this was it. Now what we're going to do is we are going to wrap the animated text component to display the sticker on the screen with the tab gesture handler. So let me show you how it is done. So come over here and tap gesture handler, and now over here we need to pass this function that we created over here on double tap. Okay, on double tap, okay, I mean on gesture we want it. All right, and one more thing that we want is we want a number of tabs, because we want to tell this library that on this number of tabs we want to add the gesture basically. So number of tabs, it is 2. Okay, and so yeah, we have successfully done this, but the only thing left is we need to basically add this font style to our animated text styling. So we are going to create an array, and we are going to pass this font style. Yeah, so this was the basic of handling a double tap gesture. Okay, so we will revisit all this. Let us see if this is working. Now let me add the emoji, this one. Okay, we got an error. Okay, let us see what error we have. So I guess we need to wrap this inside curly brackets. Yeah, see now we have displayed our emoji. Now let me double tap on it. Perfect, see, it got scaled to its original size, right? But now you see, if I again double tap on it, I want it to get back to its original size. So for that we are just simply going to add an else block, and over here what we want is we want the scale emoji dot value to be just a whatever font size is coming from the screen. We don't want it to like get scaled, and instead rather we are setting it back to the original font size. So now let us check if this is working. So let me again double tap. Yes, it is scaling to its original size, and let me double tap again to basically move it back to its original size. Yeah, perfect.